Hello grade ones, welcome back today for another reading lesson. We are getting very close to the end of our reading. You'll notice in your reader there are 2 more stories to read, and we're going to read one of those today. But before we do that, I would like to review. We have been talking about our red tiles. Do you remember what this group of red tiles is called? Vowels, right. And we know that vowels have a short and a long sound. The short is the sound you learned first, and the long sound is its name. Okay, so let's go through them. I want you to say them, and then I will say them. So, the short sound for A, The long sound, A. We got the letter E. The short sound for E, The long sound, E. The letter I. The short sound for I, and the long sound for I. We got the letter O. Short sound, aw. Long sound, O. And our last one, the letter U. Short sound, long sound, U. And we talked about words that end with an open or closed syllable, meaning is the vowel at the end open? Is it left open? It's going to say its name. Okay, so let's practice some of these ones. So say the word as you know them. So if it ends with the vowel, it's going to say its name because it's an open syllable. She, E. We. Oh, so. He, me, be, go, high. Okay, so those are some common words where the vowel, it ends with the vowel, which makes it an open syllable. Okay, now we're going to go through a few more phonogram cards just to remember that we know the different sounds. Okay, so I would like you to say the sounds first and then I'll say them. K, S, G, J. Now, we remembered with the U that we have a few sounds. U, and like p, t, put something away. And our Y, remember 4 sounds? Y, I, E. And this is 3 sounds. Ch, k, sh. Very good. Okay, and let's go through a few of our leap words. You say it first. The, like I have a cat. Of, was, to, like I'm going to go to the store. Said, I, or, for, not the number, but I have a surprise for you. On, or sorry, I was reading it backwards. No. Very good. Okay. So before we read our story today, we're going to talk about, on our warm-up sheet, we have a couple of things. We have what's called chopsticks, and maybe you've used chopsticks before, maybe you haven't. They're 2 wooden sticks, okay? And they're thin sticks, and you hold them together in one hand. Now, I'm not very good at using chopsticks, but people in Japan or China, they use these to eat their food instead of like we use a fork or a spoon, okay? So chopsticks are often used to gather different types of food, and perhaps you're really good at them or have used them. They take quite a bit of practice to learn, okay? Now, the characters in our story today are going to go on an adventure. And one of our characters is going to call it a thrill, okay? So if something's a thrill, it's exciting. It gives you a great feeling inside. So for example, maybe you love puppies. So maybe if you were going to go visit and babysit some puppies for somebody, you would say it was a thrill. Or maybe you like fast bikes and you get to go down a big hill, and that would be a thrill for you. But sometimes what's a thrill for me might not be a thrill for you. So maybe if you don't like puppies or dogs, it's not going to be a thrill to go babysit them. Or maybe you don't like big hills to go down your bike, that it's not going to be a thrill for you. It maybe be scary instead. But what is something that you would say is a thrill for you? That's exciting, that you get that feeling inside. If you could go on an adventure, where would you go? And what would you like to do? And when you go on this adventure, if you could take one thing to eat with you, what would it be? So we're going to see what our chipmunks do in our story today, because they are going to go on an adventure. And let's see what happens to our chipmunks. So you're going to open up your reader and read Gus and Hal Go on a Trip. Okay? Enjoy the reading. Now, when you get finished, there is a little bit of an activity in your book, and it is 3 different pieces, and I want you to put them in order that happen in the story, because Gus and Hal are going to make vehicles out of a lunchbox. They're going to make different ones, and I want you to put them in order as they happen in the story after you get done reading. Okay? So enjoy your chipmunk story.